Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to yet another Kingdom Ramble rant video, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to be talking about my thoughts on the performances in this video. I thought they were all very good, but I have a performance reaction linked in the description if you want to go watch that. This video is more going to be talking about the episode and about, most importantly, the ratings, because I know there's been a lot going on with the ratings. A lot of people saying it's rigged, and a lot of people obviously just having to go at Mnet as always. So we're gonna break it down in this video. So we still don't actually know the overall rankings. They have dragged it out like episode to episode to episode. They have really dragged it out. Like really dragged it out. I'm gonna try and make this video a little shorter and just kind of get to the point on this one, but they really are dragging it out now. But we do know the global voting rankings. I've got them here. Now, first place is Stray Kids. Oh, what a shock. Like, nobody's surprised Stray Kids first. It's pretty obvious Stray Kids are going to win the show at this point, and I say this with it only being round 1. But it's just because the way the voting is. It's not, obviously, just like the Stray Kids fandom's fault. It's just that that's the way they're doing it. They can't have a live audience because of COVID, and the fact is Stray Kids have the biggest fandom by a mile. And the big difference is, like, for example, Stray Kids and iKON both have a very active fandom, right? They both have a lot of, like, they're both reasonably well known, right? I'd say Stray Kids are better known, but you know, iKON have very iconic songs. They're both very sort of similar in fan base, but iKON does not have the same sort of fan base that will vote as, say, Stray Kids do. The Stray Kids fan base are like 90% of the people talking about Kingdom on Twitter. You know, like they are the people who are going to vote. They're going to strategically vote and put, as you've seen, like ATEEZ and BOYZ at the bottom, and not vote for them and vote for the other groups like SF9. There's no way you can tell about strategic voting SF9 in a second. I agree that SF9's performance should have been much higher, but we'll get into that in a moment. But not second place. Like in my opinion, the general feedback on the internet was that it was robbed, but not robbed to the point of second place. But I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, it was obvious Stray Kids were going to come first. You know, there's a lot of strategic voting going on with Stray Kids, which you can't have go them for. You're allowed to strategically vote. It's not against the rules. But yeah, it's become less of a competition now, I think, and more a showcase of what the groups can do, and hopefully just give all the groups a boost. Because it's clear Stray Kids are going to win. I think the other groups just need to... I mean, there's nothing really fine, but I think they just need to do what the BOYZ have done this week, and they need to just come out and they need to show people why they should support them, why they should be bigger than they are, and just use it like a building block, especially for groups like iKON to get back in sort of the good graces of people after all the scandal and stuff, and you know, just stuff like that, and the BOYZ to get a bigger platform after they won Road to Kingdom. I think that's more what the competition is becoming about now, because it's clear Stray Kids are going to win. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just the way the vote is. Like COVID, there's nothing you can do. We've got moving on to SF9. The Fantasy is quite a big fan base. It's bigger than the BOYZ, but not. The fact, in my opinion, there's no way ATEEZ and Stray Kids shouldn't have been the top 2. Based on the general public reception, everything, there's no way ATEEZ should have been 5th. And SF9 should have been 2nd. SF9 coming last was a travesty. Not a single other group voted for SF9. Like, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. They were way better. They were really good. They should have been easily top 4. But I think the problem was, I mean, there's 2 reasons why they managed to get 2nd place. Either A, because of strategic voting, or B, to be honest, I think what happens sometimes is that when a group comes last and people think they're robbed, like I did, like I would have voted for SF9 purely because I was like, they've been robbed, they don't deserve 6th place, they deserve some good votes from the public vote, and I think that's why they've got 2nd in the end. Because the irony is their performance this week was miles better in my opinion, and I still think they're going to place lower on round 2 because their performance was actually better. People aren't going to feel as sorry for them and aren't going to vote them higher. Like, I think a lot of people will have used their 2nd or 3rd vote on SF9. Loads of people, because they were really good, and people probably thought, well, they were robbed. I'm going to vote for my group that I stand, and then I'm going to vote for SF9 as well. I think that's just the reality. But yeah, simple as that. Thirdly, of course, I think was it iKON? Yeah, it was iKON. Which again makes sense. They've got quite a big fandom. They placed quite low, so I think that if people are doing strategic voting, the 2 groups you're going to vote for are iKON and SF9. It's convenient that it goes Stray Kids, SF9, iKON. So I think a lot of those strategic voting, but I also think iKON just has quite a big fan base. If you look at the video views, iKON, it always goes Stray Kids then iKON, like, and then everyone else. Like, there's a huge gap, Stray Kids, huge gap, iKON, huge gap, everyone else, every single week. So that did not surprise me in the slightest, that they came in third place. Then the bottom three is where it's just a bit of a travesty, really. BTOB still in fourth place. I mean, I didn't love BTOB's performance, so for me, I feel like that's kind of justified. I would actually place them below ATEEZ, all the boys who were below them. So I think fourth was fair. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. I'm not got much else to say. I think BTOB was quite a fair vote, if I'm being honest. They have a lot of fans in Korea, so I'm not surprised they're not at the bottom. Yeah, it was pretty well expected. ATEEZ being fifth. I mean, I'm mildly biased, but I don't think ATEEZ deserve fifth. I think it was quite clear that all the other groups thought they were the best. Every indication was that they did the best performance, and they are fifth. It's clear that is because of strategic voting, and I mean, the ATEEZ fandom, 18 isn't huge compared to Stray Kids or iKON. But I think there was a lot of strategic voting there. And it's a shame because they're probably so disappointed when they get these votes, and they have to realise that the votes aren't personal, they're just strategic, you know? I feel sorry for them because they're probably so disappointed in fifth, but it is what it is. It's a game at the end of the day, it's a show, and people are going to vote strategically. And the boys being last is just sad, but it makes a lot of sense. The boys fandom is not as big as these other groups, hence why they had to get onto the show through Road to Kingdom, because they didn't have a... I don't believe they had an... Oh, no, I think they did have an award show win before they went on Road to Kingdom. Did not get an award show win for Bloom Bloom. I think they did, but anyway, you know, it was obvious they weren't going to have a big fan base like Stray Kids, because that's why they were put on the baby show to get onto Kingdom. But I like the approach they're taking now. You know, they know they're not going to place high on the public vote, and they're just enjoying it. They just want to showcase and use it as a platform to get more fans. And I think that's the best way to look at this show. You know, it's not cutthroat. You're not getting kicked out every week like you were on Road to Kingdom. People getting eliminated and stuff. No one gets eliminated. I think you're supposed to just come out, showcase your talent, showcase what you can do, and then hope people, you know, hope it gives you a boost going forwards, and hope it exposes the group to more people. I think that's the way they're approaching it. It was the way they seemed in the episode like they were approaching it when they went and met all O and F and that. Seeing O and F on screen on Kingdom was amazing. Sidetracked, but move on. But yeah, the last thing I want to talk about in the video after the ratings, because this video is already getting quite long, is the staging. Oh my god, you can tell that people had a budget this time. The difference of iKON, SF9, and BTOBs, I forgot what else didn't get the budget then. The difference in their performances this week was ridiculous. It wasn't even the close. Last week they had like a staircase, a shitty forest, and what else was it they got given, like, that they could use? It was something else. Like the mirror props or whatever, right? Obviously, nowhere near the expense the other groups used. This week, you know, iKON had Inception walls going out the sides, a big stage. SF9 basically made a feature-length bloody film. It was mental. It was mental. The difference in price. It was like they went. Here's £2.50. Here's 10 grand. It wasn't even close. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't watched my reaction video, go and watch it in the description. Honestly, talk to me in the comment section. I'm probably going to get quite a lot of dislikes for this video because I've just been honest. Like, I'm just how I'm going to be. I'm not going to suck up to anyone. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next one. See you later.